Now, I do have a little bit of sad news to bring you, I'm afraid, because we've just learned about the death of the author, Dame Jilly Cooper. She died aged 88 on Sunday morning, and it was after a fall. So really sad news to bring you today. Her children, Felix and Emily, had put out a statement to say that Mum was the shining light in all of our lives. Her love for all of her family and friends knew no bounds. Her unexpected death has come as a complete shock. We are so proud of everything she achieved in her life and can't begin to imagine life without her infectious smile and laughter all around us. We've also had some tributes coming through from her agent and her publisher as well. I just want to read you a little bit of what her publisher said, because it feels to me like Jilly Cooper is one of these people who was a real trailblazer and actually revolutionised, the way that we read, brought so much enjoyment to people's lives. This is what Bill Scott Kerr, her publisher, says. Working with Jilly Cooper over the last 30 years has been one of the greatest privileges and joys of my publishing life. Billy said that Jilly may have worn her influence lightly, but she was a true trailblazer. And he goes on to say that a publishing world without a new Jilly Cooper novel on the horizon is a drabber, less gorgeous place. And I think that is a very lovely way of putting it. A woman whose novels touch so many people. I actually want to bring in Amanda Acas here, who normally talks about politics with us, of course. But Amanda, you actually had the privilege of interviewing Dame Jilly, didn't you? When was that?
It was quite a long time ago. It was when I was working in local radio in Gloucestershire, probably about 10, 15 years ago or so. And she was a fabulous interviewee because she was so full of stories. But this time she started off, we were chatting to her. It was a radio interview. I wasn't there with her. It was on the phone. And then about halfway through, she said, "Darling, I'm actually naked in the bath." So it's a good thing this isn't on TV.
I love that.
So then she was splashing away, just on the radio in the bath. And I think that sort of sums up a bit of her kind of effervescent character, really. I mean, she was just, a fabulous person to speak to. And as you say, her books, were just brought so much joy to so many people. And now the TV series as well, that's just kind of reinvigorated, I guess, interest in her. And I think so many extraordinary stories about her. I think when she wrote Riders the first time, I think she lost the manuscript on a bus, and she basically had to redo the entire thing because she never found it again, and she started again from scratch and redid it.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, quite an extraordinary character who I think really lived the kind of fabulous life that she wrote about in her books.
That's it. Lived the fabulous life she wrote about, and actually that story about interviewing her when she just revealed halfway through that she was in the bath, I think it perhaps sums up, the world would be a slightly less joyful place without Dame Jilly Cooper in it. She had that slither of joy and effervescence, as she put it, that she brought to everyone's life. So the very sad news that the author Dame Jilly Cooper has died aged 88 after a fall, and I'm sure there'll be many tributes throughout the day, but we've heard those very moving tributes from her family in particular.